Okay, write down this question. Given here is the force, that is 2xy plus z cube I cap plus x square j cap 3x z square k cap, and it is from previous year question. So what they ask, is it a conservative field? First question was this, is it a conservative field? If yes, what is it scalar potential? We already know that let me write it down. Curl of this function is 0. Sorry, this equation. Curl of this force is 0. This is the, you can say this is the necessary as well as sufficient condition. एक चीज को समझा करो, नेसेसरी एज वेल एज सफिशिएंट का मतलब है कि सिर्फ ये इक्वेशन भी डिफाइंड है तब भी राइट है ना, और अगर इसको अकेले भी डिफाइन किया गया तब भी ये राइट है. So this is basically necessary as well as sufficient condition for this. So okay, then this equals to what? I cap j cap k cap del del x del y del z. Here it will be 2xy plus z cube, here x square, and here it will be 3xz square, and I'm sure you will be able to find out it as 0. Okay, so I'm not solving this. This is your homework to solve this. I'm trying to work on the next part. So we also know that if force is conservative, then we can write it as this, gradient of potential, and this is the scalar function that we need to find out. So how can we make this? So we can do this using partial integration concept. So how can we do that? Just see. So for u, it's better to say delta u, right? Or for the simplicity, just take it as u for now. So we can write it as minus integration fx dx, and as it is indefinite integration, so there will be a constant, and we are treating x as variable and y and z as constant. So we can write constant will be in the term of y and z, it may be. So on integrating this x1, we can get minus x square y plus xz cube plus constant as it is. Similarly, we will do this for y also. So if we do this for y, then we can see that f of y dy plus c2. Here we are considering y as variable, so x and z will be our constant here. So the CD equation. So we need to integrate this with respect to y first. So it will become minus x square y plus c2 xz. Similarly, we will do this thing with z axis also. So here z will be treated as variable and the constant will be in terms of x and y. So what will be? So is 3xz square, we need to integrate with x axis. So it will become xz cube plus c3 xy. If you can see from the above, we need to find a general solution for u. So we can write that u equals to minus x square y plus xz cube. Overlapping entity will be there. See, xz cube is there, minus x square y is there, also x square y plus xz cube. So this term contain all of the above. Okay. From here also we can determine c1, that is a function of y and z, will be equals to 0. c2 xz equals to minus xz cube. So it's satisfying already. c3 x and y, and it is also equals to x square y. So all of these are satisfying this relation. Okay. So this is from the previous year question. Now let us move further to another question. So here, spring block. Let us discuss the spring block system. So here what is given? There is a spring. Okay. And suppose it is at this position and its velocity is v naught here. And after some time, it came here and its velocity is v. Also, this was its mean position. This was its mean position. So we need to solve this, right? We are going to solve this. We are interested in finding out v, right? What is v if we know the x1 and x2? This is x1 and this is x2. So how can we write it? So we know that f is equals to minus kx. F is equals to what? Minus kx in terms of, and it's a restoring force. We have already discussed it. And it is what? Conservative in nature. You can also verify it. We have already discussed how to verify a force is a conservative or not. But for now, let us suppose it's a conservative force. So we can apply for both the point. We can apply the energy conservation. Simply, we can apply the energy conservation. So what is the kinetic energy? So we can write that kf plus uf is equals to ki plus ui. This is u, not v. So this will be half mv square plus half k x1 whole square is equals to half mv naught whole square plus half k x2 whole square. This is whole square. So from here you can find out v, because m is there, k is given, x1 is given, v naught is given, and x2 is given. So from this relation we can find out the relation in v. Also there are lots of questions based on the spring which we will see in our practice sessions. Let's move to the next question. So this is regarding the escape velocity. Why I'm discussing this? Because it is important to know the general perspective here. Okay, the general case. We will also read about it later also when we read about gravitation and central forces, but for now we can also discuss it. Okay, so what is the criteria here? So let's suppose this is our earth. Okay, and a mass is projected with velocity v, making an angle alpha with the vertical. Okay, and we need to find out the escape velocity v naught, and that we already know, that is equals to root 2 g r e, where r is what? R is what? Radius of earth, and g is what? Acceleration due to gravity. Okay, okay. So also we know that g equals to g me upon re whole square, where me what? Mass of earth, and re is what? Radius of the earth, and g is constant. We also know that generally it is taken as 9.8 meter per second square. So we need to find out the v naught. Okay, with what speed we should throw it so that it crosses the gravitational force of attraction and leave the earth atmosphere, or you can say that the earth gravitational field. That's the better word. Okay, so the force on the mass m, I'm not writing solution because it already solution here. Okay, so if I will write the force here, the force on the mass small m will be equals to minus gmem upon r square r cap. Okay, this is the gravitational force. Minus means this is attractive in nature. Okay, also this is one thing. Okay, we need to find the work done, and work done is equals to change in kinetic energy. We are going to show that also. Okay, so let us find out dr. We know that dr is equals to, we already discussed, dr cap plus rd theta theta cap. So what we need to find out, what should be the work done so that it crosses the earth's gravitational field. So we need to find out fdr. Okay, let us find out f dot dr, that is dw. Simply dot product will be there, and it comes out to be let me do one thing. Wait, let's substitute the value of g. So force here, it will become minus mg re whole square r square r cap. Okay, this is the force at any instant of time at any position r from the surface. So if we write it down and we do the dot product with this, so what we will get? We will get minus mg re whole square r square dr. So this is our work done. Okay, okay, if we integrate these things, if we write the work done, it is equals to change in kinetic energy. We have already seen that work done is equals to what? Change in kinetic energy. So what is work done if we integrate this? So minus mg re whole square dr by r square. Okay, so let us suppose it is from the surface of earth, that is re, to a distance r, and that will be equals to half mv square minus half mv naught square. I think this is clear. We are simply writing this equation for two positions. So if we need to escape this, okay, so what will be r? So r will be infinity, and also v equals to 0 for escaping. Okay, we know that earth has a huge radius and its gravitational field is also huge, and we also know that the force 1 upon r square tends to become negligible, or we can say tends to 0 when r is infinity. So when we put r equals to infinity there and v equals to 0, what we will get? Just write it down. So here we are getting that minus mg, wait, minus mg re square 1 minus r 1 minus re is equals to half mv square minus half mv naught whole square. So what are we trying to say here? This v is 0, so this whole term becomes 0, and this r is infinity, so this whole term also becomes 0. So also you can cut m here, right? Too. So when you write v naught, that will become 2g re, and that is equals to 1.1 into 10 to the power 4 meter per second, right? And this is our scale velocity. One thing we note that here, or also the usefulness of work energy theorem is it does not depends upon angle of projection. So this is the very important and helpful thing that a work energy theorem can give us. Also, we have neglected earth rotation in our analysis. Okay, so this is basically ideal case only. Okay, we will see the real case also, but this is the truly ideal case what we are trying to achieve. Okay, next. So we are doing similar type of questions so that you get a confidence how to solve this question, and these types of questions are very much familiar in your UPSC examination, showing that show that two forces are conservative. Okay, also calculate the work done on a particle in case 2 in moving it from 0 comma 1 comma 2, this is 2, to 5 comma 6 comma 8, and this is case number 1 and this is case number 2. So case number 1 is what? F is equals to y square minus x square I cap plus 2xy j cap, and this is F equals to 2xy plus z square I cap plus x square j plus 2xz k cap. Okay, so for the solution part, 1 and 2, showing conservative is your homework. What is homework? You have to do it now. Pause the video and you have to do it yourself. Okay, they are very easy to solve. What you have to do? You have to just curl of the force equals to 0. You have to do this part. Okay, I will do the second one. Let me do the second one. Curl of F is 0. You need to find the first one also. So what will be here? I cap, j cap, and k cap. Del of del x, del of del y, del of del z. This is what? 2xy z square. This is x square. This is 2xz. We already have done the similar question above. Okay, so just if you have any doubt, just see the process. So del of del y 2x z minus del of del z x square, this will become I cap. Okay, I am solving for those who are unable to solve these questions, because one question I think I have to solve. Minus del x 2x z j cap. I think you're familiar with this determinant format. You can solve it. For the k cap, we write as del of del x x square minus del of del y 2xy plus z square. These are the partial differentiation. When we are differentiating with respect to y, we treat z and x as constant. So it will become like this. First part will be 0, 0. Okay, second part will be 2z minus 2z j cap plus 2x minus 2x I cap. So it will be ultimately become 0. So this force is conservative nature. We have reached to that conclusion. Also, we need to find out the work done. So if we need to find out the work done from A to point B, we need to find out F dot dr. And if we do that, we reach to this point. A to B 2xy dx. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. So it will be come 2xy plus z square dx plus x square dy plus 2xz dz. So what we can do, we can rearrange the above. So I'm writing it here only. A to B, just rearrange these things. 2xy dx here, 2xy dx plus, we can take this x square dy as one, and the same plus z square dx plus 2xz dz, one thing. So we need to apply these things. We need to apply some rearrangement so that we can reach to a conclusion. You can reach to a finite thing. So this come A to B, we can write it as, what we can write is as d of x square y plus, what we can write this as z square dx. We can write that d z square of x. So this collectively can be written as d of x square y plus z square x. Okay, this is the standard process to solve this question. So what will it become? This will become x square y plus z square x. We need to put the value from 0, 1, 2 to 5, 6, 8. So it will become 470. Okay, whatever the unit will be there, you just need to write out the unit also. Unit is important. Okay, so this is the question, and how we are going to solve it, you should know this. So till now we are able to solve. If we have f, we can find u. If we have u, we can find f. If we have f, we can find work. So all of this we can do this. Okay, let me give you another question. Given r equals to a cos theta I cap plus a sin theta j cap. This is the equation of a particle moving at any instant is given here. Okay, Also, here we need to prove that, show that forces acting are conservative. Forces acting here are conservative. Also, find out the total energy. So by seeing the equation, R equals to A cos theta I cap plus A sin theta j cap, we can simply say that the particle is moving in uniform circular motion. We can easily say that. Also, if we find out the V, so V will become, let suppose the position theta is omega t. Let's put it here. This A cos omega t I cap plus A sin omega t j cap. Okay. So if we need to find the V, it will become A omega. We can simply, this will become minus sin omega t plus this will become AHR. A is outside already. So we can write it as cos omega t j cap. Okay. Also, we can find out A acceleration here. So what will become acceleration? Omega will come out also. A omega square, if we take the common, it will become cos omega t I cap plus sin omega t j cap. Just see this. This one with A is what? R. So it will minus omega square R vector. So if we write down the force, what will the force? This is minus m omega square R vector. And we can know that this is a central force. We have already discussed. And central forces are conservative in nature. Also, we can show that, treat this as x. Suppose this is x and this is y coordinate. Keep it as x and y. Then what we need to show? We need to show the curl of the force equals to 0. So what we can write it? Minus m square is constant. It will come out I cap, j cap and k cap. Del of del x, del of del y, del of del z. Right? And it will become x, y and 0. So it comes out to be 0. You can directly see that. Okay. So the force acting on this is conservative in nature. So what we need to find, we need to okay, sorry for the inconvenience. Corona में चलता है सब चीज. Okay. From here we can write the u. Achha, one thing, whenever we write u, it's already meaning delta u. So there is always a change in energy that matters, not the energy. I will make you write down this also, but see this. So it will become minus f of dr. It will become what? Minus m omega square r dot dr. So r dot dr, you know that it's r square by 2 half m omega square. Okay. Also, what will be the kinetic energy? So kinetic energy will be equals to half mv square, and you know the v, that is omega r, m omega square r square. So total energy is what? M omega square r square. So this is, you can put the value of r and you can get the total energy of the system. So main thing here is to understand if we know the trajectory, okay, we can find the velocity, we can find the acceleration, ultimately we can find the force, and we can also check the whether this force is conservative or not, right? So this is the main motto of this question. Okay, I need to add some more point here. I'll just write down some important points. That I'm concluding this conservation of energy with some important points. Also, we will solve one or two more questions, so don't worry about that. First one, if force is conservative, then what? Total energy is conserved. What that it mean? Total energy is what? Is independent of position of the particle at any instant. So we need to see this also. If the force is conservative, then the total energy is conserved. That is, the total energy is independent of the position of the particle at any instant. Also, this is a derived law. This is a derived law. We are not making any new thing here. We just what? We have converted the work into energy. We have converted the force and displacement into work. So this is a derived law. Also, although we use Newton's laws of motion, especially second law, but the conservation of energy, I'm not talking about mechanical energy, I'm talking about the conservation of energy, is a separate thing, is independent of forces. Independent of Newton's laws. Also, let me make you understand by one thing. Suppose this is a room, okay, and the walls are adiabatic. You know that adiabatic wall, no heat can flow in or out, okay. And suppose here we have a ramp and a block is moving upward, and we have a friction also. So what will happen? Heat will evolve from this, but it will confined in the room. So if we take the whole room as system, if we take whole room as the system, then what? Energy is conserved. But if we take this wedge and block, if we take the wedge plus block as system, then energy is not conserved, because heat is going out from the system. So we need to find out the system in which we are applying these things. Also, as a whole, in thermodynamics, we'll also see that the energy cannot be created nor will start. It is always conserved. Whether it changes the form, no matter conservative force act, no matter non-conservative force act, it doesn't matter. conservative force act, mechanical energy will remain same. Try to understand it. Energy is conserved always. Mechanical energy is conserved when conservative work done only. Try to see things. So there is difference between K, that is delta K plus delta U equals to 0. This is mechanical energy conservation. Okay, whole of the energy, treating whole universe as our system, energy is always conserved. So we need to find out these things. Also, value of energy is arbitrary. Only the difference matter. Only the difference matter. For example, suppose, let me give you an example through a cell. Suppose this is of 10 volt, then what does it signify? It signifies if it is of 0 volt, it is high potential, and sorry, it is low potential, it is high potential. If it is of 0 volt, then it will be of 10 volt. If it will be of minus 10 volt, then it will be of 0 volt. If it will be of 20 volt, this will be of 30 volt. So what does this mean? This is delta V. In electrostatics, you have studied in your lower classes already. So these are the things. Difference in the energy matters. Okay, if you are, suppose if you are moving with velocity V, mass is m, your kinetic energy is half mv square, and no one is going to change this energy unless and until a force acts on it. And if the force acts on it, it changes the energy. So how much the force acting, what is the impact of the force? It is the measurement that how much your energy is changing. Okay, and this conservation of energy has many applications. For example, Kirchhoff law of voltage. Actually, it is Kirchhoff, not Kirchhoff's. Kirchhoff's laws of voltage. Okay, also Bernoulli theorem in fluid, and many more application. Okay, so we will see these application one by one in the later part, also in the next modules. Also, in complete physics, we have few sets of things: momentum, energy, force, and we are going to discuss all of these things, right? Okay, one more thing I want to discuss, that force is what is the gradient. Wait. Force is what? The gradient of potential. Okay. So if we plot U versus R, if you plot a graph U versus R, what we find? This one. Well, this is the graph. So what we can say, that this position is what? Unstable equilibrium. This position here is what? Stable equilibrium. This is of neutral one. Okay, we will see this also in coming chapters, but just try to understand thing. So here also tangent is 0, here also tangent is 0, here also tangent is 0. So net force acting on the system is what? 0. But this is stable equilibrium, and if we object try to go there, a force will act here. So a restoring force will act on it. So try to understand this thing only. A restoring force will act when a particle moves from its stable equilibrium position. Okay. Also, suppose the example of this harmonic oscillator, this spring and block. This is K, this is M. So if it oscillates, suppose it can go up to there, and this is its maximum amplitude, right? This is A. So if we draw the graph energy versus X, so what do we get? At mean position, its velocity is what? Maximum. At extreme, its velocity is 0. At extreme, its velocity is 0. So if we draw the curve, if we draw the graph of kinetic energy, it will be like this. And potential energy is like this. And energy is conserved. So its combined energy will be constant always. So what we need to find out, suppose this is A minus A. Let's suppose this as minus A and this as A. So what? It is bound to move in this energy. It is bound to move in this energy. Okay. Just try to understand these things only. Okay. You can simply half Ka square is the maximum potential energy, is the maximum kinetic energy also here. Half Kx square is what? Half Kx square is your potential energy. This is your total energy. So if you minus total energy with point potential energy, you can get the kinetic energy curve. So you can easily get it there also. Just try to understand this thing. If a force is conservative, then only we can write these things. Then when only we can came to the conclusion of stable equilibrium or unstable equilibrium or neutral equilibrium or bounded function. Okay, we will see it later also. But just focus on the conservative nature of this force. Okay. Now I want to give you some questions that are based on the potential energy. Also, we will see later also energy conservation in ideal gases, in nuclear fusion also. So we will see a variety of the scenario for the energy conservation. But for the now basic understanding, this is more than enough to understand for this chapter only. In coming chapters also we will see the energy conservation. So it's not finished yet. Okay. So first one is potential energy of a uniform field force. Potential energy of a uniform field force. So we need to get this. So for example, work done, if we write out the work done, solution I'm writing here. So suppose gravitational is a field. Okay. And if this particle goes to a height h here, let's suppose goes to a height h. So how will we write the potential energy? So make one thing clear, work done by conservative force is stored in the potential energy of the system. We know that work done by the conservative force is stored in the potential energy of the system. So when this block goes from here, what is the work done? So it will be, let's suppose this as x-axis, this as y-axis. So it will become minus mg j cap integration. Let's suppose this as y0 and this is y at h, 0 to h. Okay. And dot d, what should I say, dy, I think dy j cap. So it will be mg dy 0 to h. So it will turn out to be minus mgh. So if we equate this with minus delta u, we can write that delta u is equals to mgh. So the potential energy increases to mgh. Also note one thing. What I'm trying to say that it is the difference in potential energy. If it has potential energy 100 joule here, so it will what? It will be mgh plus 100 joule here. So it is the difference in the energy that matters. Okay. Okay. Next, I already said central force is a very important concept that will revolve around us in every chapter. So potential energy of a central force. So how can we write out the potential energy of a central force? So for example, suppose a central force that is m1 and m2 are separated by a distance r. So what we can write the force here, F is equals to minus G m1 m2 upon r square. This is the force between them. Okay, and we also know that work done by conservative is what? Minus delta u, and this equals to integration F dot dr. You can use this. Okay, also if suppose this, wait, suppose we have two charges q1 and q2 here, and these are separated by a distance r. So force will be what? K q1 q2 by r square. So all of them are the forces such that force is equals to a r square. A r square r. So both of the forces are of the nature a r square r cap. So if we need to find out delta u, so it will be what? Minus ra to rb a upon r square dr. Here we are discussing two of the central forces that are most common in nature: electrostatic force and the gravitational force, and both of them follows this relation, and this is known as inverse square law, as we already discussed. Okay, so what will it become? It become a upon rb minus a upon r, right? This will become a upon rb minus a upon r. So if we want to find out potential at a point ar, then what? We will replace these things. Okay, ra to rb, so we can write as a upon r plus ua minus a upon this one. This term is what? This term is a constant. ua is defined, a upon ra is defined. This one, suppose this is u. If we need, this is what? You can say that ur minus ua. Suppose if we want to change rb to r, we can write it like this also. This is what? This is constant. So you can write that a upon r plus c. We can write that if force varies 1 upon r square, then the potential will vary 1 by r. We can see it from this relation also. Okay, and this is where the conservative laws play a very important role. Also, when we are using a restoring force, when we are using restoring force, what is restoring force? F of r is equals to minus k r minus r naught r cap, where r naught is what? Mean position. at a distance r, right? Minus signify what? Restoring in nature. So using this, treating this as conservative, because this is also a what? Central force. We can find out its value. So this will I make as homework. You have to find it out, and its ur is equals to half k r minus r naught whole square. You already know that. You might have familiar with this term, is equals to minus kx, and this equals to half kx square. So you have to do it on your own. It is very easy to solve. Okay. So this is all about conservative force. Okay. This is all about conservative force. We need to follow these things, conditions, and some mathematical relations, some significance, and also good examples that we will learn in the due course of time. Okay, so you need to work upon these things for this topic only. Okay, so this is the end of lecture 2. Your homework is whatever I have given in your lecture. Also, you need to complete DPT2 after this, after watching this. Complete DPT2. In the next lecture, we will start with center of mass. Okay, center of mass and center of mass frame and laboratory frame. So next class, we will have a discussion on center of mass, and also kindly submit this in the due date. जो भी डेट गिवन है उससे पहले सबमिट जरूर कर दो, सो दैट ऑल्सो जो हमारा अभी पेस है वो भी स्लो चल रहा है थोड़ा. एक चीज मैं बोल दे रहा हूँ, स्लो पेस इस महीने तक चलेगा, इस महीने मतलब अगस्त तक. और रीजन ये है कि हम लोग रेजोनेंस में आ जाए. रेजोनेंस मैंने बार बार डिस्कस किया है, पहले भी डिस्कस किया है कि मैं तुम्हें ये लेक्चर पढ़ा रहा हूँ, तुम उस लेक्चर को पढ़ रहे हो, उसके बाद तुम क्या करते हो, उसको रिवाइज करते हो, उसके बाद डीपीटी सॉल्व कर कर देते हो. उसके बाद डीपीटी क्या होती है, इवेल्युएट होती है. इवेल्युएट होती है उसके बाद वो क्या होती है, डिस्कशन होती है. जैसे हर मंडे डिस्कशन हमने रखा है, अभी डिस्कशन हुआ, कुछ वैल्यू एडिशन हुआ, डन. ये कंप्लीट साइकिल जो है तुम्हें ये कंप्लीट करना है, और इसमें जितनी जल्दी आ जाओगे उतना अच्छा है. अभी भी हमारे पास अराउंड 100+ रजिस्ट्रेशन है टिल डेट. मैं आज 22/8/20, तो टिल डेट इतने रजिस्ट्रेशन है, और ओनली 20+ बच्चों का DPT1 सबमिट है अभी तक. ठीक है, तो समझो ये जो लेक्चर्स है, इनफैक्ट जो मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ इससे कई ज्यादा अच्छे से किताबों में लिखा हुआ है. ये बस इसलिए इंपॉर्टेंट है कि जो सिलेबस में बस मैं वो पढ़ा रहा हूँ, कंसोलिडेट हो जा रही है चीजें, और तुम्हें प्रैक्टिस करना इंपॉर्टेंट है. अगर तुम ये पार्ट नहीं कर रहे हो, प्रैक्टिस वाला पार्ट, तो चाहे कितने भी लेक्चर सुन लो, किसी के भी सुन लो, फायदा नहीं होने वाला है. अगर तुम इसको लिस्ट कर रहे हो, तो अगर तुम लेक्चर को ढंग से नहीं भी देख रहे हो, खुद से भी प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो, तब भी तुम्हारा काम हो रहा है. तो डेली प्रैक्टिस टेस्ट इज मस्ट. Okay, that's the end of this lecture.